What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today, I want to quickly talk about Black History Month. And y'all know on my channel, every day is Black History Month. So I usually don't make February a big deal because literally every day is Black History Month on as far as I'm concerned. Period. Every day. But Black History Month, February, that month is the day, is a month at which African Americans celebrate and highlight African American accomplishments in America, right? That is our month to where we talk about mainly everything that African Americans have done and have been through in America. Now, understand that Caribbeans and Africans have adopted Black History Month and have used the opportunity to spread history lessons about continental Africans and Caribbean history and Afro-Latino history. And to me, it's a compliment that they do that. But we must be clear that Black History Month is specifically made so that the world can learn about what African Americans have done in America. Well, I'm in Nigeria, all right, but in America, all right? Because the white power structure of America does not teach the world about the accomplishments of African Americans. So this month is specifically for African Americans. Now, I don't have any problems with continental Africans and Caribbeans and Afro-Latinos also throwing in their history as well, as they are in fact Black. But you got to understand that what we call Black History Month, when we say the word Black in America, we're specifically talking about the ethnic group, not racial group, because the two word Black and Black has two different meanings based off how race is constructed in the West. So we are Black in America, and we call ourselves Black because of the transatlantic slave trade and hundreds of years of slavery. We African people in America don't exactly know what tribes, what nations we come from. Also, a lot of those nations that we come from when we were snatched do not exist today. All right. The modern day nations in Africa did not exist when we left. That's why we're called African Americans, because we are from many different places in Africa. We can't really narrow down a nationality. You can't just say all Nigerian, all Ghana, all Congo, because we come from all that. We are a unified group of Africans in America with our own unique ethnic group that for February we celebrate. It's the time for African Americans to teach our brothers and sisters on the continent, the Caribbean, and South America about African Americans the proper way. Because for too long, a lot of Caribbeans, Africans have learned about African Americans by you watching white Western TV, where that propaganda has made us look negative, right? So this is our opportunity to teach Africans and Caribbeans and Afro-Latinos who have a skewed view of African Americans and who have a limited knowledge on African Americans' accomplishments and the things we've been through. This is what I propose. Like I said, every day is Black History Month to me. All right. So I propose the African people for your respective countries should take a month, right? You guys should have your own month where you highlight your individual accomplishments in your countries and individual cultures in your countries, so we can have a separation, so it'll be easier for us to concentrate on the various different continental Africans and Caribbean Africans in the diaspora, so we can all learn from your accomplishments and your histories. Like, for instance, maybe Nigeria has March, right? Now, I understand that you got marches like St. Patrick's Month, and we don't care about none of that, all right? We can take a month, right? And we can highlight other African countries and nations and their accomplishments, even those who went to the West and made accomplishments. So if there's a Nigerian who came to America and did something or discovered something or invented something, in that month, we can all concentrate on what that Nigerian did, even if he was in the West, or he migrated to the West, or he migrated to the UK, or something like that. I think all of us deserve to have months where we all collectively as an African diaspora concentrate and learn the same way. When you go to college, you go to universities, each class you take teaches you an individual lesson. We ourselves need to educate ourselves. And if we all try to do everything in one month, everything gets mixed up and certain things get saturated, right? Just like we had our brother who won the award, and he said that immigrants built America. Immigrants did not build America. Africans who were enslaved during the transatlantic slave trade built America. We built its economy. We built the buildings. We built everything. The riches of the United States of America that everybody enjoys, and the foundation which everybody sits on and elevate themselves in America, is all built off the backs of African Americans. And that should be highlighted and never ever disrespected. And it should never be sullied, and it should never be scattered or mixed up with other groups during a specific time in which the African world needs to be learning about African Americans and the things that we have done and accomplished, so that Africans and Caribbeans and Afro-Latinos can have a better respect and understanding for the plight of African Americans, and they can have a healthy respect and understanding why it is that they can come to America and excel the way they do, okay? But I also propose that African Americans should also be learning about each individual group of African nations and tribes. And you should pick out a particular month or a particular time where everybody does nothing but concentrate on your particular group and what it is that you've accomplished when it comes to the world and all the advancements that we see ourselves. There's plenty of things that we all need to learn about Nigeria. There's plenty of things we need to learn about Ghana. There's plenty of things we need to learn about Sierra Leone. There's plenty of things we need to learn about Ethiopia. There's plenty of things we need to learn about South Africa. There's plenty of things we need to learn about Namibia. There's plenty of things we need to learn about Cameroon. There's plenty of things we need to learn about the Congo. And we need to have separate months with separate classes. Now, there's only 12 months in a year, and there's 54 African countries and many different nations outside of Africa that have their own individual, unique ethnic group of African people who have been gone for about 3, 4, 5 to 600 years in some cases. And we just need to go ahead and compartmentalize our education about each other so that we can absorb each individual group's history and knowledge in a healthy way, not to minimize anybody else's accomplishments and contributions to the world, okay? But let's just be clear. African American, it really should be called African American History Month, be honest, right? But it's called Black History Month, right? So everybody, all African people, no matter where you're from, need to understand that this is about what African Americans have done. And there should be no egos involved, because we're all family, we're all cousins, we're all brothers and sisters, and every group of Africans should be highlighted, because we all need to learn about each other, right? But first things first, is we as different ethnic groups of racially black people need to respect each ethnic group, and we need to respect the fact that we have a specific month that's meant for us, and that should be the main talking point in the African diaspora and on the continent during the month of February. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. This is Afro Think Tank. Learn some, teach some. I'm out.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate, you should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Black History Month was started in Chicago, but there's more that you need to know about. Let's talk about it. The year was 1915, and the National Half-Century and Lincoln Jubilee was happening right here in Chicago at the Chicago Coliseum. Now, the whole purpose of that was to celebrate Black life and the 50-year anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation. But during that time, a guy by the name of Carter G. Woodson founded something that would become something big. He and 4 others, including a guy by the name of George Cleveland Hall, started the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. That organization is still going on today, but it's known as the Association for the Study of African American Life and History because And the whole point that Carter G. Woodson wanted was to get the information about Black history and culture and celebrate Black achievements. And he did that. Something else, fun fact, the year after, in 1916, he started the Journal of Negro Life. That is still around, and guess what? It's called the Journal of African American Life, but you can still read and check that out because the University of Chicago still has it available to you. Fun fact. Moving forward, in 1926, Carter G. Woodson and the Association for the Study of African American Life and History created Negro History Week, and it was designated to be the second week of February. And the reason why is because Abraham Lincoln's birthday is February 12th, and Frederick Douglass's birthday is February 14th. Now check this out. It was a whole 50 years in 1976 when it expanded to a month. But also at that time, that's when the United States said, hey, look, we'll celebrate with you. It wasn't an official holiday until a law was passed 10 years after that in 1986. I'm older than Black History Month. Fun fact, did you know that Carter G. Woodson was the second Black in U.S. history to graduate with a PhD from Harvard? Ha! The first was W.E.B. Du Bois. There you go. There's some more Black history for you. But if you like this, we got more history for you. Check out our podcast, 77 Flavors. We got you covered. Oh yeah, put the word out. Let them know we back.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.